Hey everybody, my name's Carter Buth, and on this week's episode of Ram Nation is on bowling. I know it's not the most exciting, but you'd be surprised at some of the interesting stories. But before we get going on this week's episode, I'd like to give a big thank you to Relyance Bank for sponsoring this episode.
With a reliable Start checking account from Relyance Bank, you'll have peace of mind while allowing your child the freedom to flourish. As young as 13, a Relyance Bank debit card helps lead your child down the right path, providing them with tools to earn, save, and spend, preparing them for their next big adventure. Relyance Bank's Change Up Savings Account secures their goals while nurturing their potential. A reliable Start checking account from Relyance Bank. Find out how we can assist in growing your child's future at RelyBank.com. Member FDIC.
In our first segment, we mic'd up one of the varsity bowlers, Tanner Roberts.
You've been here longer.
It doesn't matter. He's stronger than me.
Okay, but you've been.
Next up, we sat down and had a talk with the number one bowler on the team, Kale Broughton.
I said thank you for everything you've done this year. And that stuck with me because it gave me a sense of, I guess, accomplishment.
Then we have a highlight covering the match against Hot Springs and Lake Hamilton. Lastly, we have an interview with none other than Coach Davis.
Team has been the more successful team.
When I think of Tanner Roberts, I don't think of a loudmouth hype man, but many of you might be surprised with this mic'd up segment.
Yeah!
It was out of focus. Dang it! Are you Tanner number 1 or Tanner number 2?
He's Tanner number 1. He's been here longer.
That's what I was saying.
I'm Mike Tanner.
No, he's Tanner number 1. You're Tanner number 2.
No, he's not number 2.
You've been here longer.
It doesn't matter. He's stronger than me.
Okay, but you've been here longer.
He's a lefty, so he's number 1.
Lefties are the minority, so.
Meatball.
That was not clean. Dude, I don't care if it was clean. It was a strike.
Exactly.
A strike is a strike is a strike. We don't discriminate.
Come on, Kev. Yeah!
Good job.
Go, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I think the mic is helping me. I think the mic is helping me.
It probably is.
Yeah. What's up, boys? I'm like that.
See that split? That not the last one. The last one was
Hey.
stupid.
Let him put his ball down first.
Yeah, put it down. Put it down.
Which one?
You see the 8
I
split?
do, yeah.
I hit the pocket, dead center, perfect spin inwards, hit it inwards, gave me a split where it was the 8, the 8 and the 10.
Oh my gosh. So you had. I'm mic'd up, by the way.
I'm sorry.
That pisses me off
Yeah.
so much. Yeah. That was a little outside.
Was that your spare ball?
That's exactly what I was saying. Hey, a little outside, just bring it in just a little bit and you'll get it there.
Come on, Kev.
Oh, come on, Cael.
That was rough. That was a goodie.
That was a crisp
Use your focus words. Oh, come on. Oh! Ground me.
When the preacher's here, I just do better.
Huh?
When the preacher's here, I just do better.
Where are you? What are you? F? Hey! I didn't even notice. I mean, I knew you got the 2 strikes, but I didn't process it. It's a spare ball.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Why are you using your spare ball?
Is it your knee?
Because, well, that and... Is it just gripping too much? Yeah, mine.
Strike too early.
And then it hooks that time.
No, why so hard?
I'm going to go back to the strike ball.
You might want to.
Just stick with what was working.
Is that Kevin up there?
Yeah. Wait, where? On C?
C, bro. Good job, buddy.
Kevin's killing it.
Yeah, Kevin's bringing on fire.
Come on, Tanner. Yeah! Good job, buddy. So y'all put the one on the right or left? Probably the one on the left. Probably the one on left. so dumb.
I don't know about you, but that really shocked me to see Tanner Roberts like that. Next, we have an interview with the #1 bowler and a 4-year veteran who has 2 rings in bowling and looking to repeat this year, Kale Broughton.
We sat down with Kale Broughton, bowling player for the varsity team. He's been playing since freshman year.
I am a senior in high school, and this is my 4th year on the bowling team. I joined in 9th grade. I was in 10th grade. 11th grade, my junior year, was my first year on varsity team. This year, my senior year, is actually, last year. And last year I was the #4 on varsity, and this year I've shot up to #1.
Cael was recommended by a friend to try bowling.
So Tyson Keeney, he was on varsity last year, the year before that. Family friend of ours, he shot trap with my brother. He told me about the bowling team, and he said, yeah, we just got this bowling team at Lakeside. I never knew it existed. Got this bowling team at Lakeside. It's really chill. We all just kind of hang out. You go bowling with your friends, basically. All right, I like bowling. Sure, why not? I'll go try out. Tried out, made it, and he said, everybody plays. There is no bench for bowling. Everybody plays. So that kind of just feeling of hanging out, and we don't take it too seriously. Of course we take it seriously, but we don't take it too seriously. So you're all just hanging out, bowling. It's just a nice environment, and that's just why I've kind of stayed. I just like it.
Cael and Coach Davis share a strong bond.
Coach Davis, I've known him for a while, honestly, but like he's just a great guy. Like, he is a phenomenal coach, but overall he's just a great guy. Like, I've gotten really close to him, I feel, over these 4 years, but in all honesty, I think it's more of just I annoy him sometimes, but one big thing is I've gotten him to start laughing and smiling. Doesn't do that a lot, but I've somehow started to get him to do that. But he's just a great guy, in all honesty.
Cael has fond memories of one of his matches.
My favorite moment was I actually didn't bowl the last game. Before we started the last Baker's game, Coach walked up to me and we were winning. Like, there's no doubt about it, we were winning. And we had a comfortable enough lead to where Coach asked me, he said, for the final Baker's game, can you not bowl? I want to put another senior in there, so the last game we're gonna have all seniors, and it's all the seniors that get the win, basically. I was perfectly fine with that. I understood that this was their year. This was their final year. If I'm gonna give the win to anybody, I'm gonna give it to them. And before I walked up there, got my stuff, put it in my bag, and Coach turned me around and he showed me a hand and said, I'd like to thank you for everything that you've done this year. And I turned back around and some of the members of varsity said, they shook my hand and said, I said, thank you for everything you've done this year. And that stuck with me because it gave me a sense of, I guess, accomplishment that I'd really done something good.
Geez, I didn't know anyone could get Coach Davis to laugh. He's also so generous to give that win to the seniors. Next up, you'll see some of that state-winning talent of the bowling team with this highlight. Man, those are a lot of strikes. I can't even throw the ball without it getting in the gutter. I guess that's just some of the great coaching of Coach Davis. And speaking of him, we have a very cool interview where we really got him to open up in an interview.
I'm Daryl Davis, and I am a high school art teacher and the head bowling coach. I believe this is my 9th year. I really don't keep track, and I always forget. So I have to go back and count them all up and remember what we did each year, where we're at. The boys team has been the more successful team, and so it's a lot easier to look back and see how many conference championships they have and how many state and runner-up championships they have.
Coach Davis has a lot of knowledge about the sport of bowling. Here are some things that the average bowler may not know.
I would say that bowling is more mental than physical. My best bowler ever was a young lady, my first year bowling, and she had a 235 average, I believe, and she bowled 3 miles an hour. So the only thing that hurt her average was she didn't bowl hard enough to be able to pick up splits. And so whenever her ball would hit and split, then she could never pick up the split because she didn't throw the ball hard enough. Yeah, pocket is basically where you want the bowling ball to hit. It's in between the 1 and the 3 pin if you're right-handed, and it's between the 1 and the 2 pin if you're a left-hander. And basically when you hit the pocket, it releases the pins to fall so that they all hit each other. The ball isn't taking out all of the pins, it's the pin reaction, and that's really what you're looking for is pin reaction. Because if you just throw the ball really hard and straight, all it's going to do is blow through the pins and leave them standing up because they're not going to fall into each other. Well, the first thing that you need to get if you're going to be bowling a lot is shoes. Shoes are very important, and they save you money when you're going to bowl. So, but that's the most important thing. And then the next thing that you need to get is a ball, because using a different ball every time that you bowl doesn't allow you to create the muscle memory and the same approach and release and everything to be able to bowl consistently better or consistently.
I don't know about you, but I'm excited to get out and try some of those tips. And if you're excited to see this team bowl, you can on the 25th at Central Lanes Bowling Alley. Best of luck to them on the rest of the season, and I'd like to give a big thank you to Coach Davis and the rest of the bowling team for letting us cover them on this week's episode of Ram Nation. In the next episode, we'll cover the wrestling team. Thank you all for watching. My name is Carter Buth, signing off.